What is up, YouTube? This is our first ever YouTube video. My name is Jasmine.
And my name is Delquan.
And today we are just going to be starting out by doing a couples tag question and answer, just so you guys can get to know us a little bit and get to know how we met and everything like that. Do you want to do the first question? Or do you want me to do the first question? Like, you want to answer? Okay. So the first question is, where and when did we first meet?
We met in front of Richland at community college when we were in high school.
Well, kind of. We didn't really meet in front of it, remember?
Well,
because me and Brycelyn drove to Richland and met you inside.
Well, inside of Richland. And you said, what was the other part?
Where and when.
And it was my senior year and her junior year.
Yep.
So where was our first date?
Okay. So, like, we were just kind of friends for, like, the first, 2.5 months? 2.5, 3 months? So, like, we had hung out, like, 2 weeks after we met at the mall, so I don't know if you would classify that as, like, a first date. But I think our first, like, real date after we were dating was when we went to Chinese, wasn't it? We went to the Chinese buffet. And, like, I was so nervous. And I was like, oh, my gosh, I don't want to eat too much. I'm going to be embarrassed. So my friend was like, oh, just eat before you go. And then you won't, like, eat that much while you're there. And I was like, oh, that's a good idea. So I ate, like, a whole meal before we went and only ate, like, half a plate at a buffet and paid, like, $12 for it. What was your first impression of me? Dun, dun, dun.
The first impression was that you were nice and pretty cool. That was before you showed that you were crazy.
I tried to warn him.
But
let's just say, he said he had to look at my Facebook pictures to see what I looked like first.
So when did you meet my family?
Okay, the first time that I was telling you guys when we hung out at the mall, that was the time I met his dad, because his dad was like, I want to meet her before she just takes you somewhere. So I remember meeting his dad. He was sitting, like, behind their house in, like, a truck or something. That was the red truck, right? Yeah. And then the first time I met your family was around Christmas, because I remember, was it Christmas Day?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, it was sometime around Christmas, and I remember because I was wearing my purple shirt that said Merry Christmas, and it had bells on it, and I walked into his house, and, like, all his brothers and sisters were there, and I met his mom, and I was, like, really, really nervous. I can't remember who else was there. I think there was somebody else there, but I'm not sure. No, your mom was just sitting there on the phone.
Yeah.
But that was when I first met his family. Let's ask you the same question. When did you first meet my family? I bet he doesn't remember. My hair's falling out.
It was that day. I think it was the day after. No, a week or two after.
I don't even think it was a week or two. Me and my dad were in a big argument. You remember?
Yeah.
Yeah. Me and my dad were in, like, a really, really big argument. So I don't even think my dad spoke to you the first time you came over. I think it was just Beth.
Yeah, it was. The first, it was close, though. Probably about a month. So I just came over and I walked in. Your dad just kept watching TV.
My dad hated me. Like, we were not getting along at all.
And then we just walked to her room.
Yep. Who said I love you first?
We did at the same time, didn't we?
Yeah, it was like, I don't know. It was like a mutual, like, agreement thing. I don't know. It was weird. Like, I had a friend that I used to ride the bus with all the time, and I used to be like, oh my gosh, I love him.
Well,
like,
actually, it was you.
Yeah, it was me. But,
yeah,
like, we said at the
party. Well, not party. You and Miranda was at your mom's house.
Yeah, let's not talk about that. That, I was not in my right mind. But, like, the first time it was, like, for real, we both said it.
Yeah.
Because I said it, like, when you got out of the car. And then you said it back. But we had, like, talked about it through text messages before, because I was like, I want to tell you I love you, but I'm scared. Like, I was still a little kid. So, But I used to talk about it all the time. Like, I remember I used to cry on the bus telling my friend, like, oh my god, I love him, but I want to tell him, but I'm scared.
Weird habits of each other.
Weird habits? Like, I know. But, like, I don't know. I don't know if you have any weird habits. I know one for me. I know one for me.
What?
You gotta think of one. If you don't think of one, I'll say it. Okay, well, first, I'm obsessed with pinching him. Like, I don't know why. I'm just, like, I can, like, pinch with my toes, and I pinch with my fingers. Like, we'll just be laying there, sitting there, and I'll just start pinching him. I'm also obsessed with, like, popping his pimples and, like, pulling ingrown hairs and, like, blackheads and stuff. So, like, we'll lay in bed, and I'll get, like, tweezers and, like, bobby pins and stuff, and I'll just pop all his blackheads and pimples. It's so, like, I don't know. It's just fun. And I know it's weird, but... Okay. What do I do in my free time, or what do we do in our free time?
It depends. Sometimes you do your makeup.
If I have the patience, because it takes a while.
Or the rest of the time talking crazy to me.
Okay, that is not in my free time. That's just...
Well, that's all the time.
Yeah.
Really?
What do you do in your free time?
Just get
Draw.
on the Xbox or draw.
Play Xbox, play Fortnite, play 2K18, draw, watch Empire. So annoying. How long have we been together?
Almost 3 years.
Yep, about 2.5 years. December, January, February, March, April. Yeah, it's been 2 years and 4 months. And I wouldn't change a thing. He might, but I would. What was our first road trip, or like when? I don't think we've really like done like a road trip. The only thing I would say was when we took my dad to St. Louis. Like, that was the first time we've ever gone anywhere really together. Well, I mean...
Champagne.
Well, no, I mean, neither one of us drove, but we went to Nashville.
Well, yeah.
We went to Nashville with my dad and his ex-wife. So, I mean, if you want to count that as a road trip. What was the first thing you noticed about me?
That you had really long hair.
I did used to have really long hair. I miss it. It's getting there, though. I mean, it's getting long again. That was the first thing you noticed about me?
Mm-hmm.
Like, when you saw me, or like when you looked at my Facebook?
When I saw you.
Oh, okay. I say the first thing I probably noticed about you was your hair. Because I love dreads. And, like, we'll get into how, like, we got together and stuff at the end of the video. What makes you angry?
When I'm trying to play on the Xbox and you come in messing with me.
Okay, I don't mess with you. I just tell you that you never pay attention to me and you're always on the Xbox. But really, he never gets any time on the Xbox.
Or like, I'll sit there, we'll be watching TV and you'll be on Facebook for like 25 minutes, and then as soon as I start playing Xbox or something, then you say I'm not paying attention to you.
Whatever. Should just pay more attention to me and we wouldn't have that problem.
Oh.
No, I'm just kidding. What makes me angry? Everything. Everything makes me angry. Like, I'm hot-headed.
Yeah.
I can get angry like that. Like, that first snap wasn't good. But yeah, I can get angry really easily, but it's been better. Like, I've gotten a lot better than I used to be. But, like, it just depends on what mood I'm in. What am I not good at? Everything.
Like, you're talking about, like...
I don't know, just in general, what am I not good at?
Probably drawing.
Oh my gosh, I suck at drawing. I thought you were going to say, like, cooking or something. I can cook, I just don't.
Mm-hmm.
What are you not good at?
There's nothing.
Picking up after himself. You're not very good at that.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not. Favorite feature about me? Why did you just look me up and down? You don't have a favorite feature about me?
Yeah. Your hair. Just get curly.
You like my hair because it gets curly?
Mm-hmm.
That's your favorite feature about me?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, thank you. Thank you so much. My favorite feature about him is his eyes.
Why?
Because they're like light brown. They're not like super dark. What do you mean why? And he has really good eyelashes. I have to wear fake eyelashes. It's not fair. Do we argue about the most?
We probably argue about the most.
I don't know, because we don't argue that much. Like, the arguments that we get in are really stupid. Like, the last argument that we got in was because I couldn't find the TV remote. And I wanted him to come find it. And it was a really bad argument. But, like, we haven't had an argument since then.
Yeah.
And, like, before that, I don't even remember what an argument was before that. Like, I have no idea. We really don't argue that often. And when we do, it's pretty rough. But we don't really argue that often, so. Have any weird obsessions? Like
yeah.
what?
Always making me let you pop my pimples.
Okay. I guess you could say that's an obsession.
And like when you sit in a room for like 30 minutes doing that clicking noise or whatever.
Okay, that's not a weird obsession. I just used to never be able to do it. Whatever. I don't think you have any weird obsessions that I know of. Not that I know of. You're just normal. He's just really laid back and chill and normal. Like, it's kind of annoying because I wish I was normal. Do we have any nicknames for each other? Yeah, he calls me bald-headed all the time, but then he talks about how much hair I have and how much he loves it. But
that's why.
We're not like most people. We don't like call each other babe or anything like that. I think we've done that like a number of like 3 times maybe each.
Yeah.
We just say hey. I mean, there's never anybody else around, so we don't really have to say hey, whatever. If anything, I just call him stupid all the time. What is my favorite restaurant?
Right now is Dos Amigos.
Yeah, and I think that's probably yours too, besides Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Besides Taco Bell, we both really love the Mexican restaurant that's down the street. We like try to eat there once a week, but we're broke, so. Complete this sentence. You're my, so like you would say you're my what?
You're my headache. No.
Wow. You're my headache. Okay. I can go with that. That's okay. That's your final answer?
No.
Okay, well, I can go. You're my best friend and the love of my life.
You're my best friend, too.
Oh, am I?
Mm-hmm.
Yay. No. That's it? Oh, okay. So, that is it for the couples tag questions. And then we did have like one special question from my niece. And she said like how we met. So it's kind of like a long story, but not really. So we used to do this thing where like our schools would go to, like we had the chance to go to like college classes, or they called it tech. So I was doing cosmetology at the time because that's what I thought I wanted to do. And he was in criminal justice because he had already taken all like the art classes that he could do. So he just didn't want to be in school. So, what we would do is like our buses would pull up and they dropped the cosmetology students off at one place and then they dropped the rest of the kids off at the college because the cosmetology kids went somewhere else. Then the cosmetology kids got back on the bus. Then we went over to Richland and picked up the other kids that were coming out of the college. And I had looked out the window on like the first or second day and I had saw him and I was like, oh my gosh, does anybody know who that is? Da, 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 da. And of course it was like the first, second day, so he didn't go to our school, so nobody actually like knew who he was. So that was in August. So September, October comes, and I'm like, okay, does anybody know who that is? Like, I want to know who that is. And my friend Brycelyn ended up saying, oh yeah, that's Delquan, he's in my class. And I'm like, okay, well, you should, like, see if he has a Facebook, get his phone number, or something, whatever. And I'm like, he's gonna be my best friend. Best friend. And so Brycelyn comes out the next day, and she's like, I got his phone number, and this is his name. Well, I kept trying to look him up on Facebook, but his name is spelled different. So I couldn't find him. And then I texted him, and I was like, hey, and he said, who is this? And I was like, your new best friend. And he was like, oh, my mystery girl. And like trying to be smooth or whatever, I don't know. Trying to be smooth, but didn't want to date me for 2 months, but whatever. And so that was on October 3rd of 2015. Yes, I remember the date exactly. Because of Mean Girls. On October 3rd, he asked me what day it was. Or he asked me, I don't know, but you get the gist. So, yeah, that was October 3rd of 2015. And we started dating on December 6th, 2015. So that's pretty much the story of us and how we met. It was kind of like a love at first sight thing. I don't know, for me, I guess.
Yeah.
I was just kind of like, him, that one, I want him. He's gonna be mine. And, like, 2 weeks after we started talking, I kept trying to get him to, like, date me. And he was like, I need to be left alone. And I went to my friend's house crying because I was like, oh, my gosh, he's never going to talk to me again. He's like, I'll just talk to you the next morning. And I was like, no. But I had also told him that my dad was a cop. And at the time, he was 18 and I was 16. So he was, like, a little nervous. My dad's not a cop anymore. He's an ex-cop. So he was, like, scared. But here we are, 2.5 years later. Still together. But I guess that's it for our first video. You want to say the ending, or you want me to say it? I guess me. Mm-hmm. Okay. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up.
Subscribe.
And make sure to leave a comment down below if you have any suggestions for our next video. It's gonna